Yeah, Yoda brothers, what's up? It's the hungover director. Chargers fans, good morning. How you guys doing? Word on the street is that we've got our schedule posted out on the interwebs today. And I have not seen it yet. There came a time last night when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do a video, so I went through great lengths not to look at the schedule. So I have not seen the schedule yet. I avoided Facebook, I avoided Twitter, and here we are this morning, gonna get my first look at what the schedule looks like. I also want to do a bit of a win-loss prediction for the Chargers 2020, given the current roster, and I think, you know, the way the Chargers look right now. So as a community here on the YouTubes, we're going to get my live reaction of this schedule. I've got the schedule loaded up here on Chargers.com. We're about to get going. But before we do, if you guys like these videos, Chargers fans, bolt up, hit us up with a like and sub, man. It really helps me out a lot. We're almost at 15,000 subscribers. Guys, thank you so much. This YouTube hobby has turned into so much more of much bigger of a thing than I ever thought it would become. It's because of you guys. Now let's get into this video. Okay, our brand new Chargers schedule. Have not seen it yet. Let's go ahead and live reveal together 2020 season schedule. Wow, why am I so excited? I already know the opponents. We've already seen the opponents, but we have not seen the schedule. Let's take a look. Week 1 versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, okay. That shouldn't be too difficult, right? They got Joe Burrow out there. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of a temptation, like the two new rookies coming into the week 1 of the NFL season and rolling out Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. It's probably going to be Tyrod Taylor, most likely. But interesting. I like the first week. It's a good slow start into the season. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll talk about a 180. I hate to say it, man, but, you know, the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. They're a very, very capable team. So that's going to be a tough week, too, dude. This is going to be a tough week, too. Week 3 versus the Carolina Panthers. Oh, their first game. We will see them without Cam Newton. That's going to be interesting. Teddy Bridgewater led Carolina Panthers. Okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. I don't know. We'll have to see about that one. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, man, I was hoping we wouldn't play them for at least, I don't know, the second half of the season. I was hoping that we might see them because, you know, now they've got Tom Brady out there. And, you know, honestly, this team was pretty good last year with Jameis Winston. And now you're looking at Tom Brady with all of those weapons. I think an improved defense, in my opinion, too. Ooh, yikes. Ooh, yikes, 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 yikes. I don't know. That's going to be a tough game as well. That's going to be a really tough game as well. Next up, we got New Orleans Saints. Monday night football game. It looks like Monday night, 5:15 p.m. versus Drew Brees. Oh, man. You know, just even thinking about Drew Brees, you know, ex-Charger, obviously, this Chargers versus Saints classic, you know, face-off without Phillip Rivers makes me a little sad. But at the same time, it's going to be a good game. I do think that the Saints are a very dangerous team still. That one's kind of up in the air for me as well. But that should be a really fun Monday night game versus Drew Brees and the Saints. Interesting. Next up, we've got Week 6 versus the New York Jets. Who you gonna call, Sam Darnold? Ghostbusters. And that Chargers defense is really gonna give Sam Darnold something to maybe worry a little bit about. That's one thing, guys. All of these opponents, they're great, right? I feel like, you know, I don't think there's a single NFL team in the league that you should ever take for granted. Ever. But at the same time, they're all going to have their hands full with this defense next year. That's going to be a really, really tough defense with the Chargers. So I like that, man. The New York Jets, I think we got a good shot against them. Miami Dolphins coming up next. The thieves of the Tua in the night. I was so upset that they decided to take Tua Tagovailoa, as they should. You know, he was a my guy. Why wouldn't he be a my guy for the Dolphins as well? This, again, we played them last year. I don't know if things are going to be much different, honestly, because you look at their team, the first pick overall, they had 3 first rounds. I mean, I'll grant them that. But at the same time, their quarterback situation is going to remain pretty much the same. You know, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's a good quarterback. He's a good journeyman. I like the guy quite a bit. He's got so much swag for the dad bod, you know, Instagram model. But at the same time, the Chargers are just a much better team. So there you go, Miami Dolphins. And, you know, I'm going to stop saying stuff like that because I do want to go over here in the second half of the video what my win-loss record's going to be. Jacksonville Jaguars. This could go either way, man. I love it when a team drafts a quarterback that maybe earns his spot as a starter. And that was Gardner Minshew for sure. So Jacksonville Jaguars, who knows what they're going to look like? Will they have Leonard Fournette? We don't know, but that should be a good game as well. Next up, the Las Vegas Raiders. If we do one thing this year, I shouldn't say that, because the Raiders are, they're still a decent team, okay? Again, we don't never take any team for granted, but I think we can handle the Raiders. I really do. I think our defense alone can handle the Raiders 2 times next season. So, I mean, there's the Raiders again, you know, and I have a lot of Raiders friends. I hate to say it. I know you guys, you Chargers fans out there are like, what are you doing, director? You're a traitor. No, at the same time, I mean, I grew up with these people, so I have no choice. Okay, but at the same time, I get it. All right, I think we can handle the Raiders. I think we're good there. We're gonna get our bye week, week 10. I dig it. I like the later weeks as far as bye weeks. I think it's a good strategy. We've always had a later bye week. Denver Broncos. Now here's where things are different. I do have some Broncos friends as well. Again, I grew up in an area that doesn't really have an NFL team, so everyone kind of just chooses a team, right? I chose mine. I'll give you guys my origin story in another video. But the Broncos are a team that, for whatever reason, I've never really liked, okay? And I will say this, actually. In my area, there are probably more Broncos fans than other fans. I think, you know, the ratio is probably leaning towards the Broncos because they're probably one of the closer teams to my state, at least. So I never really liked the Broncos. So I do hope we crush the Broncos. The Broncos always seem to have our number, though, so I'm hoping it's a bit different this season. Buffalo Bills coming up next. This should be a good game. Yeah, I'm a huge believer in Josh Allen. Okay, and it's tough to say all this stuff because I know we're going to be, you know, going up against these teams. I really like the Bills. I think they've got some pieces in there that I really respect. You know, our head coach came from Buffalo. I think he did a good job with the run game out there and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Should be an interesting game. I'm hoping it's a shootout. And I think Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, if at this point of the season, Justin Herbert's maybe a starter, that would be very interesting to see because I think they, to me at least, they look like a very similar quarterback. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. New England Patriots coming up week 13. The Tom Brady-less New England Patriots. That's interesting. I don't know what this team's going to look like, man. I know we have to worry about their defense still. Their defense being one of the best last season. I don't know if they lost a lot of pieces of that, but their offense, who knows what the heck to expect without Tom Brady. You know, who do they got now? Stidham, I think, out of Auburn, right? Yeah, who is this guy? You know, we've never seen him play in the NFL, really. Maybe a preseason game. But that should be a very interesting. I think that's going to get a lot of hype and attention, at least in our schedule. You know, the Tom Brady-less New England Patriots versus the Phillip Rivers-less Los Angeles Chargers. A matchup that has been a nightmare for us for, you know, a couple of decades. Maybe all of a sudden doesn't turn into much of like a roadblock at all. So interesting. Week 14, Atlanta Falcons. Again, a team that we cannot take for granted. I know they lost a couple of pieces, but they still have Matt Ryan. They still have Julio Jones. They still have, I think, a decent secondary, right? They lost to Desmond Trufant, right? So I don't know. I think their pass rush was pretty good last year. I think maybe their run D was pretty good. I don't remember. But the Atlanta Falcons seem to be one of those teams that you really can't take for granted because they could be really terrible or really good. Just kind of depends on how they feel when they wake up that morning, right? So Atlanta Falcons, week 14. Week 15, we're going to play the Raiders again. Thursday night football game versus the Raiders. This should be, and this one's in Las Vegas. So that's interesting. That should be a fun matchup. I think our first game playing in the new Vegas stadium, hopefully those are open by then. You guys know the situation. There may be delays. You never know. But it's Las Vegas Raiders versus the Chargers in Vegas. I really hope we do stomp them in their new home territory. I really do. That would be so much fun. Week 16, TBD. What is that? TBD? This is not a scheduled release video. TBD. What is TBD? Why is TBD on week 16? Is that like a flex or something? Like maybe we go into Sunday night football? Did we even see that? I'll have to go back and make sure we didn't miss it. Wait, I think that was the Saints, right? Yeah, that was the Monday night football. Okay, so I don't know, man. I don't know what TBD means, but again, I do want to crush the Broncos. And week 17 at Kansas City. One of my favorite memories from this last year, past couple seasons, was when we went to Kansas City and beat them. 2-point conversion, Mike Williams. Oh my God, I was so hyped, and I saw the whole world get hyped for the Chargers in that one small fleeting moment, which made me just so it's going to forever live on as one of my favorite moments as a Chargers fan. I want to see that at least once, and yes, the Chiefs are really, really, really good. Won the Super Bowl. I don't care. I had one goal this season, realistically, I know it's a long shot. I want to beat the Chiefs at least once, okay? I want to beat the Chiefs at least once. Well, this video is getting a little bit long here, guys. Maybe I'll do another video. I'll do like a second video going over my win-loss prediction of what I think the Chargers are going to have as far as the record next year with this schedule. Okay, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll put it out today. I don't know. Let's see if I have time. But this schedule reveal was actually quite a bit of fun. Kind of the first thing that makes it real for me. The NFL season is coming, hopefully, and I get really excited about it. Now we know the schedule of the LA Chargers, and I think it's going to be a very interesting year. Again, we've got, people transitioning in and out. We've got a new quarterback situation. A lot of these teams have new quarterback situations and, new situations in general for their teams. And then we'll have to keep an eye out, keep an ear out for what's going on with the pandemic, making sure that it doesn't push anything too far back. But I'll be here to let you guys know if I hear anything. And you guys also, in the comment section, keep me up to date as well so I can pass it on to the people. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director. I did say I would do the win-loss, but it's becoming a long video, so I promise I will do another one very, very soon on my win-loss projection for the Chargers in 2020. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director. If you like this kind of videos, hit us up with a like and sub. We'll see you next time. Bolt up and all that, and stay frosty.